Hello my dear students, in the previous video we have already discussed about the concept of hybridization, different types of hybridization and formation of methane as an example for sp3 hybridization. In this video we are going to discuss about the formation of ammonia as an example for sp3 hybridization. Okay. So both formation of methane and formation of ammonia are the examples for sp3 hybridization. Okay. So carbon atom in methane and nitrogen atom in ammonia both are sp3 hybridized. Okay. So formation of methane and formation of ammonia both are explained on the basis of valence bond theory. Okay. So in order to understand the formation of methane, we have seen the sp3 hybridization and how the 4 hydrogen atoms are bonded to carbon atom. That is the bonding in methane is explained on the basis of valence bond theory. In the same manner, here also the formation of ammonia is explained on the basis of valence bond theory. So for that, you know the formula of ammonia. Formula of ammonia is a NH3. Okay, the formula of ammonia is a NH3. That means ammonia contains 3 hydrogen atoms that is bonded to nitrogen atom. So nitrogen atom is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms or bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, and formation of ammonia molecule can be explained on the basis of valence bond theory. Okay, so first of all you have to know the electron configuration of the nitrogen. So you know the atomic number of nitrogen is 7. That means there are 7 electrons in nitrogen. Out of the 7 electrons, 2 electrons are filled in the 1s orbital. Another 2 electrons are filled in the 2s orbital, and remaining 3 electrons are filled in the 2p orbitals. Okay, so the filling of electrons in 2p orbitals takes place according to the Hund's rule. So Hund's rule states that no pairing of electron will take place until each orbital has 1 electron. Okay. So there are 3 remaining electrons after filling 4 electrons. So these 3 remaining electrons are filled according to Hund's rule, so that the 2p orbitals are singly occupied. You can see this diagram. Okay, now this is a diagram showing the filling up of electrons. So this is a 1s orbital that is having a lower energy than 2s orbital. So both 1s and 2s orbitals have 2 electrons each. Now these are the 2p orbitals having slightly more energy than the 2s orbital. Okay. Now these 3 remaining electrons are filled in the 2p orbitals according to the Hund's rule. You find that there are 3 unpaired electrons. Number of unpaired electrons are 3. Okay. So because of the presence of 3 unpaired electrons, nitrogen atom is said to be trivalent. Okay. So it is a trivalent. Tri means 3, so it is a trivalent. That means the valence of nitrogen is 3. Okay. Now these orbitals, actually before overlapping they undergo hybridization. So during the formation of ammonia, before the bonds are formed between nitrogen and hydrogen, these orbitals which are present in the outermost shell, so 2s orbital and 2p orbitals are present in the outermost shell. There are only 2 shells in the nitrogen, so the 2 electrons in the 2s orbital and 3 unpaired electrons, 1 in each of the 2p orbitals. So these are 4 orbitals. There is 1 filled 2s orbital and 3 half filled 2p orbitals. They mix with each other. That means they undergo hybridization. Okay, so this hybridization will take place before the formation of bond. That means that they mix with each other before the bonds are formed, or before the formation of bond. these orbitals mix with each other. Okay, so filled 2s orbital and 3 half-filled 2p orbitals, totally 4 atomic orbitals mix with each other and form the new orbitals, which are known as the hybrid orbitals. The new orbitals formed by mixing up of the 4 atomic orbitals in ammonia are called the hybrid orbitals. Okay, now these hybrid orbitals are identical in all respects. That means they have same shape and same energy. Energy of the new orbitals are same. So before hybridization they have different energy. You can see the energy. They have different energy. So these are having lower energy than these orbitals. These are having lower energy than these 2p orbitals. But only these will mix with each other because the energy difference between these two is small. So they mix with each other and they form the hybrid orbitals. So now these hybrid orbitals have same shape and same energy. Okay, and each sp3 hybrid orbital has a 25% of s character and 75% of p character. Okay, they have same shape and same energy, and each one is called the sp3 hybrid orbital. Okay, now among the 4 sp, so among the 4 new hybrid orbitals, one of them contain one pair of electron. Okay, one among the 4 hybrid orbitals contain one pair of electron. That pair of electron is called the lone pair of electrons. Lone, that pair of electron present in the one of the hybrid orbital is called the lone pair of electron, and the remaining 3 hybrid orbitals, they contain one electron each. Okay, and these 3 hybrid orbitals with one electron, they overlap. Okay, so hybrid orbital containing one electron will overlap with the half-filled s orbital of the hydrogen atom. Okay, and this will result in formation of 3 bonds. Okay, 3 bonds, that is 3 bonds, one each between nitrogen and hydrogen. So 3 bonds are formed, and this bond is a sp3s sigma bond. sp3s sigma bond means the sigma bond formed by overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen and s orbital of the hydrogen atom. This s orbital belongs to hydrogen atom and sp3 hybrid orbital belongs to nitrogen atom. Okay, so half-filled sp3 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen and half-filled s orbital of the hydrogen overlap along the axis to form the bond between nitrogen and hydrogen. In this way, 3 bonds are formed between nitrogen and hydrogen. Okay. Now this filled hybrid orbital does not overlap. I told you. So one among the 4 hybrid orbital contains a lone pair of electron. So that hybrid orbital is filled. It contains 2 electrons. So it will not form the bond. That means it will not overlap. Okay, that orbital containing lone pair of electron does not overlap. It remains as it is. Okay, so because of the presence of the lone pair of electron in the filled hybrid orbital, there will be force of repulsion between the lone pair electron and bond pair electron. So bond pair electron is the pair of electron that is shared between the nitrogen and hydrogen. Okay, so nitrogen with the sp3 hybrid orbital containing 1 electron and hydrogen with s orbital containing 1 electron, so are shared. So that pair is called the bond pair. So since 3 bonds are formed, so 3 bond pair of electrons are present, so there will be force of repulsion between the lone pair electron and bond pair electron. Okay, so because of this force of repulsion, the orbitals bonding hybrid orbitals, they move close to each other away from the filled hybrid orbital. Okay, there will be repulsion between the lone pair of electron and bond pair of electron. So because of this force of repulsion, the bonding hybrid orbitals are pushed away from the filled hybrid orbital. So that bond angle between the bonding hybrid orbital will be 107 degrees. Okay, bond angle is 107 degrees but not 109 degrees or 28 minutes. Okay, so in methane you have seen the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes because in methane there is no force of repulsion. In methane there is no lone pair of electron, only bond pairs are there. So if there are lone pair of electron, there will be repulsion between lone pair electron and bond pair electron. But when bond pair of electrons are present, when only bond pair of electrons present, so they will not be undergoing the force of repulsion. Okay, so because of this force of repulsion between lone pair and bond pair electron, the geometry of the ammonia molecule is distorted. Geometry of the molecule is distorted, and for that reason it gives the pyramidal shape to the ammonia molecule. Okay, since the geometry of the molecule is distorted, ammonia will get pyramidal shape. Okay, in case of methane it is a tetrahedral because they are directed towards corners of the tetrahedron, but here they are not directed towards corner of the tetrahedron. Because of the force of repulsion, they are moving away from the filled hybrid orbital. So bond angle is compressed from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees. So for that reason ammonia will get the pyramidal shape. Okay, ammonia molecule does not have tetrahedral shape unlike methane molecule. So even though nitrogen atom in ammonia is sp3 hybridized, but the shape of the molecule is not tetrahedral, it is a pyramidal in shape. The shape of ammonia molecule is a pyramidal. Now you can see the orbital picture of the ammonia molecule. Okay, and also the bond angle and shape of the molecule. So shape of the ammonia molecule is a pyramidal or trigonal pyramidal. Okay, pyramidal is also known as a trigonal pyramidal, and the bond angle in ammonia is 107 degrees. So in methane you have seen the bond angle that is 109 degrees 28 minutes, but in ammonia the bond angle is 107 degrees. Okay, now hybridization of the nitrogen atom in ammonia molecule is sp3. Okay, so hybridization of carbon in methane is also sp3, and hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia is also sp3. And this is the orbital picture of the ammonia molecule. You find this is the nucleus of the nitrogen atom, and these are the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, and this hybrid orbital that contains lone pair of electron, that is the 2 electrons are present, so this pair of electron is called the lone pair of electron. So this sp3 hybrid orbital containing lone pair of electron does not overlap, so this is the one which is not overlapping. Okay, now these are the remaining 3 hybrid orbital, they contain 1 electron each. Now so these are half-filled sp3 hybrid orbitals of nitrogen. Now each one of these overlap with the half-filled s orbital of the 3 different hydrogen atoms. Now this is the first hydrogen atom with half-filled s orbital overlapping with the sp3 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen atom to form the NH bond. This is second hydrogen atom with half-filled s orbital overlapping with the sp3 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen atom. So this is the second NH bond. This is the third hydrogen atom with the half-filled 1s orbital overlapping with the sp3 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen atom. So these are the sp3 hybrid orbital containing 1 electron. So these are half-filled. Okay, and they overlap with the half-filled s orbital of the 3 different hydrogen atoms to form the NH bond. In this way 3 bonds are formed. So these pair of electrons, okay, these pairs are called the bond pair of electrons. So this is one bond pair, this is second bond pair, and this is third bond pair, and this is the lone pair of electron. So this lone pair of electron and this bond pair of electron, they repel each other. So there is a force of repulsion between this lone pair and this bond pair. Similarly, force of repulsion between this lone pair and this bond pair. So because of this force of repulsions, these bond pair of electron are pushed away from this sp3 hybrid orbital containing lone pair of electron. These orbitals are pushed away. They are pushed away from this orbital. So these orbitals will come close to each other, away from this orbital. So since these are coming close to each other, so the bond angle is reduced from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees. So in methane you have seen bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes, but in ammonia it is 107. Why not 109 degrees 28 minutes? Because these orbitals are pushed away from this. So in methane there is no lone pair of electron. None of the sp3 hybrid orbital contain lone pair of electron. They all contain a single electron, and they overlap with the half-filled s orbital of the 4 different hydrogen atoms. But in case of ammonia, only one sp3 hybrid orbital contains lone pair of electron. So because of this force of repulsion, the bond angle is reduced from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees. So bond angle in ammonia is 107 degrees, but not 109 degrees 28 minutes, even though nitrogen atom is sp3 hybridized. Okay, so this is the pyramidal or trigonal pyramidal shape of the ammonia molecule. Okay, now here are some important questions based on this topic. Okay, so these are MCQ that you can expect from this topic. Question number 1, shape of the ammonia molecule is A pyramidal, B tetrahedral, C trigonal planar, D linear. I hope you can answer this question. So the correct answer is pyramidal. In case of methane it is tetrahedral, but in case of ammonia it is pyramidal. Okay. Next, second question, what is the hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia? Okay, A sp, B sp2, C sp3, D sp2. Okay, you have seen that both ammonia and methane, you find sp3 hybridization of the atoms, that is carbon in methane and nitrogen in ammonia, are sp3 hybridized. So the correct option is C option, that is sp3 hybridization. Next question, which of the following is the bond angle in ammonia? Okay, you know that these are the 4 options: A 109 degrees 28 minutes, B 120 degrees, C 107 degrees, and D 104.5 degrees. Okay, so the correct option is 107 degrees. Correct answer is 107 degrees. The bond angle in methane, that is a tetrahedral angle, that is 109 degrees 28 minutes, but because of the force of repulsion between lone pair and bond pair electron, the shape of the ammonia molecule is a pyramidal. The geometry of the ammonia molecule is distorted to give the pyramidal shape. These are some important MCQ that you can expect from this topic. Now we shall see some other short answer and long answer type of questions. Now these are some other important questions, that is a short answer and a long answer type of questions. Okay. Question number 1, what is the shape of the ammonia molecule? The shape of ammonia molecule is a pyramidal. Then question number 2, what is the bond angle in ammonia molecule? That is for these 2 questions for 1 mark. So bond angle in ammonia molecule is 107 degrees. And next one, what is the type of hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia molecule? The type of hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia molecule is sp3. Then write electron configuration of nitrogen. So you have to write the electron configuration, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, showing the 3 unpaired electrons in the 2p orbitals. Then this will be for 2 marks. Give reason. Bond angle in ammonia is 107 degrees, even though nitrogen atom in ammonia is a sp3 hybrid. You find sp3 hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia and sp3 hybridization of carbon in methane. Both are sp3 hybridized, but the shape of the molecules are different. Okay, so you have to give reason why they are different. So the reason is that in ammonia molecule there is a force of repulsion between lone pair electron and bond pair electron. So because of the force of repulsion between lone pair and bond pair electron, the geometry of the molecule is distorted to give the pyramidal shape. There is a reason you have to write. Okay. Then next one, explain sp3 hybridization taking ammonia as an example. Now this will be for 3 marks, or sometimes they ask for 4 marks also. Okay. Then explain pyramidal shape of ammonia molecule using the concept of hybridization. Okay. So these question number 6 and 7 can be asked. Either of them can be asked, but both will be for 3 marks. Same thing you have to write for both the question. Answer to question number 6 and 7 will be same. You have to write the electron configuration of nitrogen. Then you have to mention the hybridization. There is an orbital undergoing hybridization, and then you have to mention about the overlapping of the hybrid orbitals with the half-filled s orbital of the hydrogen. Then you have to write the shape of the molecule. Okay, so that will be for 3 marks. Sometimes they ask for 4 marks also. Okay, so these are the important questions that you can expect from this topic. I hope you have understood the formation of ammonia molecule explained on the basis of valence bond theory. We have also seen some important MCQ and other important questions also. So thank you very much for watching this video. Okay, wish you all the best. Now you have to see the previous video for the formation of methane. Okay, you can also watch the subsequent videos that will be released in the coming videos. We will be studying about the sp2 hybridization and sp hybridization. Okay, so thank you very much. Wish you all the best of luck.